Hello Verm, welcome to a brand new video where today we are playing Lunium. It is a escape rooms Victorian style game. If you know me, I absolutely love doing escape rooms and puzzles types of games. You awake with a start. Where are you? Open your eyes. Your head feels groggy and your thoughts are confused. Your vision is blurry and clouded. You can just about make out a single light source in front of you, but the rest is darkness. There is a dull thud in your head. Had you been drinking? You try to remember the events that lead up to that moment, but come up a blank. You try to stand, and it's only then that you realize, with a sudden stab of pain, that your right arm is locked in place. At least your left arm seems to be free. You attempt to shift your weight and ease the pressure of your right hand as the cold metal bites into your skin, tracing it up to the source. You realize that you've been chained to the wall by a thick iron manicle. I think that's how you say it? Okay, so first of all, I do want to look around and see what it's about. You attempt to shake yourself awake. Blinking several times does help clear your vision, but the shape is so dimly lit that there is not much to see. To the left is a wooden desk supporting a single candle whose glows give us some respite to the darkness. Above it hangs a picture, but from here you can't make out the details. Ahead, a large wooden door seems to be the only way in or out, and to the right, candles dare not venture. It looks around to be 10 feet to the door, but it may as well be a mile as the iron chains has you firmly in your grasp. So I'm guessing, yeah, we're at the far end of this wall. Let's see what else there is. Can we check our pockets? Oh, we do. You search your left pocket. Inside you find a few coins and small feel of colorless liquid. We do have some coins, but they're not really going to help us, I don't think. So we just have these. So we have a coin and feel liquid. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. Search your right pocket. You reach over to your left arm and search your right pocket. It's an awkward angle and you only can just reach inside. You manage to pull a scrap of paper with a hastily written note on it. It feels like there may be something in there too, but you can't quite reach it with your other arm is chained. The killer will strike again. Tomorrow, I must stop them. I have narrowed down the list of suspects, but time is running out, so we have a note. You glance down at your shoes. Now that your vision is cleared, you can see that they are disheveled and looks like you've been wearing them for a while. Your shoes are scuffed and have seen better days. You notice that your right shoe is tied, but the lace on your left is partially undone, and the shoe is loose. Okay, we won't try to remove it for now. We'll just see if we can free our arm. You try to free your arm, but it's no use. The solid iron manicle has a tight grip on your wrist. The chain itself is secure to the wall with the iron ring, and no matter how hard you pull, it refuses to give. It seems there is no way to free yourself. However, you do notice that the manicle requires a key to unlock it. Okay, so the only thing we really can do is see if we can take our shoes off. And we can. Nice. You try to pull your foot to your shoe. With a bit of wriggling, it finally comes off. With an arm chained to the angle you're sitting in, it's an out of reach, but you kick it towards you with your right foot. You do so, and as you do, there is a glint as something falls out of it. You have to twist over to reach it, your arm straining painfully against the chain. Your fingers grasp hold of the object as you retrieve a small silver key. You turn the key around in your hand, admiring the fine craftsmanship. You add it to your items. Wait. Oh. Ah, nice. Okay, that's cool. So we should be able to use that to... The iron manicle. Oh, this is cool. So what if I type in key? So I have to type it specifically. Do I have to type this in? So, I think that's how you spell it? Yes! Okay, this is cool, and I do like these text-based adventures. The key makes a satisfying click, and your arm is free. The skin is rubbed raw with the iron manasol held you firm. Thankfully, you appear to be otherwise unharmed. You replace your shoes and try to recollect the events that led you to your imprisonment. Your head throbs as your memory is still hazy. You realize this is no hangover. You must have been drugged. You seem to recall that you were on the trail of a notorious murderer. You now feel certain that it was them who drugged you and locked you up in here. But try as you might, you can't remember the details. You must piece together clues and any clues you find as to their identity so you can escape this room and bring them to justice. The note you found in your pocket says the killer will strike again tomorrow. Oh, so I don't have a lot of time. Ahead is a large wooden door. To your left, there is a desk with a small candle. Let's have a look. What can we check? We've already checked our pockets. What about the left side? We can go to the left side. Alright. On this side of the room sits a wooden box. A single candle burns in an ornate bronze candlestick holder, and it casts warm but meager light over the area. Beside it on the tabletop there's a metal box that is some sort, and small scraps of paper. Hanging on the wall above them is a gloomy oil painting in a gilt-edged frame. Under the desk are two locked drawers, each with a small gemstone set below the lock. Let's have a look at the painting. Is anything of importance? We can move it. So I'm probably not going to read everything unless anything in particular stands out. So you can read if you'd like. So I'm going to try moving the painting. You attempt to move the frame, but it seems fixed in place. It might help you if you knew the types of locks it uses. Ah. Okay, so we're not going to do that just yet. Let's do the metal box. On top of the desk is a strange clockwork device. It could be some kind of mechanical calendar. On the top there are two dials. Perhaps setting them to the right numbers will operate it. So I need maybe a time or something? What about the candle? The lone candle burns with a pale and flickering light. Without it, the room would be plunged into total darkness. You shudder at the thought. You try to move it, but the candlestick is firmly fixed to the desk. You can't even remove the candle. And just in case you accidentally extinguish it in the process, you notice a few spent matches are scattered around the base, presumably used to light the candle in the first place. Can we hold something against it? What about my pocket? Oh, I have more stuff. I didn't even realize. You search your right pocket now that your arm is free. You can access everything in there. As you discover more items, there's a scrap of paper you found earlier, along with a box of matches and an official looking notebook. Oh, that's actually pretty good. So, one thing we could try is, first of all, alas, despite being a reliable make, the matches refuse to light. But I still have my lights, right? Okay, that's just my left, so that I have everything in there. If we go to the left side of the room, and then the candle, what about match? You try some of the burnt matches, but they go out almost type in their make. Oh, I have to type the make of the boxes. So, safety matches, prestige. I guess I could try that, see if that works. Yes! You reach for the box of prestige matches. Holding one over the candle flame is enough to set the damp match alight. It flares briefly before setting down a warm yellow glow. Turning, you see that the room is now a little more illuminated than it was before. You feel your mood start to lift. However, the match is short-lived and will not burn for long. So we can see how long... Okay, so we've done that. There we go. Now we can see this. Her findings gaze cast its winning gibbons light out in the darkness. It pierces the night and stirs my blood. She turns her eyes now on me, with her waxing crescent smile. She knows that I'm lost. Can we make a mental note of this? Ah man, the match went out. The notebook looks official and important. The cover triggers a memory. This is yours. Are you some sort of detective? Disturbing memories flash through your mind. A series of gruesome murders and cases you were just about to solve. You feel that this might be some crucial answers within. However, the notebook is bound with a tiny but indigenous lock. It requires a 4-letter code word to open it. That's not helpful. I mean, it's helpful. It's added to my items. Perfect. So if we light another match and then go to the left side again, but the painting, the golden patterns flickering in the candlelight, the painting is a gloomy moonlit scene. A dark solitary figure stands looking over the crashing waves. I mean, there's a crescent up there, but oh, I don't think I noticed this. On this side of the room sits hanging on the wall above the nope, that's just the painting. So the door and the lock, the photos and the safe, the chain. Right, so that tells us we'll go to the right side. There we go. You have managed to bring light to the darkness. The flickering light of the match is just enough to pierce the gloom. In front of you there is a single photo pinned to the wall. It looks like there were originally 2 others, but they have since been knocked off and are now jumbled on the floor. This sparks a memory. This was part of your investigation. You stare at the mess of photos below. You are trying to remember who was the main suspect might be, but there are too many to choose from. Nearby, set into a wall, there is a small, solid-looking safe. Oh my god, that is a lot. You consider picking them all up, but you don't really want to disturb the order they're in, and you're not sure if you should carry all of them. You decide to leave them where they fell. So let's see what else we essentially have to offer. And so we can't take them. What's that say? I think that says the poisoner and the politician. Ooh. So 5543. Wait, hold on. What is that? So if we go back to this room, maybe there are some pictures that actually correlate to what it is.
Tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Wait. These numbers. Let me work something out real quick. They're going, so... Ah, okay, they're going up in 3s. This is starting to make a bit more sense now. So the next number... Oh, this is cool. Okay, I've just figured it out. So the letters are actually going up in 3s. So the next one... So I, J, K, L, N, O... Then 46, which is P... 49, which is Q... 52... R, S. I think that's it. We can try it. Oh, I'm good. With a click, the notebook finally unlocks. Feeling quietly satisfied with your own detective skills, you open it gently and pursue the contents. You're sure this is your own writing, but you can't seem to remember the events contained within. You proceed to read through the notes with interest. Towards the back of the notebook, you notice a single page has been torn out. As you flicker through the notebook, a small key falls from between the pages. Let's take the key. And that's for the drawer. Nice. Okay, let's see what pages we... Oh, we have a lot. Alright, can we have both these open? So this is a Tuesday. Someone called the Poisonous. I now consider her to be my second female, second prime suspect. So that's what we're looking for, a female next. Several witnesses place her at the scene of both crimes. Happenstance? She has the means, but am yet to determine the motives. She simply stares at me like she knows a terrible secret that she will not share. Okay, so with the diary entries, we've got the second, the schema, which we already have, so nothing important there. Wednesday was in a state after sighting of the beast. I would have not have thought him, so male. So enthralled by local superstition, I could get no sense out of him. Most likely drunk again, so we'll note that down as a drinking problem. Thursday, I'd had a talk once more with Mrs. Halm. Is she still a suspect? I am no longer sure. She mesmerizes me. At least her paintings do. Ooh. Interview with Sir Clarence, the inventor. He refuses to answer my questions. When asked about the date of the murder, he simply replied, I cannot answer for yesterday, but today would be left 12 and right 49. Ooh, that's directions. We'll take that into account. Insane or eccentric? Friday evening, the moon hovers in the night, bloated orange like some ghastly warning. I feel sick as a dog today. Perhaps he snuck poison into my gin. Another murder. Mrs. Florence Juniper was found but brutally disfigured by her husband David. He has now been taken in for questioning. A note left for me in familiar handwriting states the murder will strike again upon the next full moon. Lunatic predictors will strike again upon the next, or a blatant taunt from the killer. According to the Webster's Lunar Almanac, the next full moon is on Friday. Go back to the room and open this drawer. What was the key called? Called Celine. That's the name of the key. Here we go. The key jams in the lock. You try again, and this time you feel something gives inside the mechanism. There is a loud click. With another pull, the drawer is finally open. Inside the drawer you find 3 case files, each securely bound and locked. Your memory is still patchy, but you vaguely remember collecting these. You're sure they're all linked to the murder case. So, the schema... So if I go to... It was Sir Colin something. Let me have a look. Let's take this and go to the right side of the room. Sir Colin Lincoln. Yes, yet again your patient sleuthing has been rewarded. The case file has been unlocked. You open the case file. Inside there is a photo of Sir Colin Lincoln and some notes about him. The photo suddenly brings back the striking memory. You can recall meeting him. You remember you were struck by the warmth of his smile and the coldness in his eye. You took an instant dislike to him. You remember thinking, he had the face of a man who could get away with murder. So Sir Colin Lincoln had extensive ties with both the government officials and celebrities alike. He offers his influences to the highest bidder. Whilst not a violent man, he is exceedingly ambitious. It is said that there is nothing he would not do to get ahead. He has formed an alliance of sorts with Mr. Avery Brentford, purely for his political connections. So, next thing we're going to do is, can we go back? There we go. Miss Halm is known as the associate of the schemer. Several of the victims were seen near her gallery prior to their deaths. She was recently seen entering the private residence of Madame Bella Nocta, possibly to make use of her poison, although she certainly knows more than she's letting on. I find it hard to believe that she's capable of murder, so... more. He came calling to the studio again today. I tried on my best sale line, but he ignored them and simply stared at that painting. Lathering, I suppose. But he disturbs me. There is a faraway look in his eye that I know too well. I shall have this to secure the frame with one of those ingenious Smith locks, just in case. I met with the schemer tomorrow, or meet to discuss terms. We shall see how things develop there. I also have heard something. So what was it? Miss Bella Nocta. Was she... Could she have been the poison? Oh, politician. So if I go to the painting and type in... There we go. So I wasn't far off, actually. Your detective work has paid off. You seem to recall the Smith locks. You usually have a secret lease lever hidden somewhere. You search around the frame until you find it, and with a twist, the frame unlocks. The painting is heavy, but you can just about lift it from its hooks. Disappointingly, you find nothing of note behind the painting. However, turning it, you see something fixed to the back. It looks like an original sketch of the less gloomy version of the painting, now on the reverse. Perhaps the artist was trying to choose which colour to use. We are making some insanely good progress. We just need the politician. So if I go to... Where's my notebook? Who was the politician? After sighting of the beast, I would not have thought him so enthralled by Luke or superstition. So these are very specific. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I go to the room for a second and look at the metal box, I've only got 4 here. The problem is I can't read what that says on the... Oh, it's... okay, so it's the sun. Okay, so from inspection it reads color palette preference from left to right. So I'm assuming that's as it is. Aye, it's another one of these segments again. This was a difficult puzzle to figure out, I will honestly say. Mainly because the answer to this type of puzzle was right in front of me this whole time, and I'm going to give you until the end of this video, or until I eventually figure it out, what I had to use to figure this puzzle out. Because trust me, this had me stumped for a while. Which is... green, blue, brown, red, grey. I don't know what that means, but it's what I can actually figure out. I actually had to go into one of my art programs and rotate the image. So with the sun, we could actually figure out what the code is. Although I do kind of want to figure out these as well. I have that. Where is it? What was the code? Oh, 1249. There we go. You set the dials and wait. Suddenly there's a clicking sound as the gears slowly start to turn within the machine. You experience a moment of excitement as you watch the papers inside start to flip over one by one until they fully come to rest. As they do, a small metal ring swifts across the fascia, eventually coming to a stop over one of the numbers. The clockwork mechanism falls silent, having worked its magic. Could it be showing today's date? Okay, so November 16th, Thursday. In the center there is a lock with a small sun. I know where this is. This is on the painting, which is green. Skip this. So green, brown, red. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. So green, reading from left to right. So, which is 5. Brown, which is 5 again. Red, which is 3, and grey, which is 4. Okay, I'm gonna try this, see if this works. 5, 5, 3, 4. Okay, what about 4, 3, 5, 5? No? Oh, oh, sugar. I didn't mean to click on that. Alright, I'm turning that off for now. That was an accident. I actually have seen... Where did I see it? There. The killer will strike again tomorrow. Tomorrow. So... If I look at the metal box, it's showing today's date. So he's going to attack on the 17th. So is that, what would that be? 1711? Yes! Oh my god, this is so cool. You sigh in relief. Freedom is now just a little closer. You feel like you're in a battle of wits against whoever just chained you up here. Could this be some sort of twisted game? Well, oh, it's just basically saying what I have to do next. So it's definitely the sun. And the moon puzzle is most likely going to be in the safe. Could it be? Hold on, we're going to try something. So if I put down... No, that doesn't seem right. This is going to be for the safe. I didn't jot down who was who. So he was the politician. And Miss Bella was the poisoner. So I'm gonna try something in a second, which I think was 23. So I've got 23, 32, if I can get the numbers, 57. Oh my god, yes! You mysterious jailer, but thought you could outsmart you. Proving them wrong with the pole and the safe. Yep, we got the key. Artemis. We got the purple key. Let's go. This is gonna help. This is perfect. Finally, the key turns smoothly within the lock and some sort of spring mechanism activates, popping the drawer out from the desk. Inside you find the pages from Webster's famed Lunar Almanac. You also find the page that looks like it was torn from the back of your own notebook. Could it be the last clues you need? So we got both of them here. Oh, I didn't realise they'd given down here. So would that be 61? So let me, dang it. Alright, let me grab it for a second time. I didn't realise that it had copied over. The waning gibbons, waxing crescent. which is 61 and 22. 61, 22. There we go. We're just trying to find out who was behind it all. Okay, I might actually use a hint on the sun. Yeah, I know that. Oh boy. No, okay. Okay, just before the big reveal, I'm going to give you all 5 seconds to say in the comments right now exactly what I overlooked. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Similar sun on the other side. Man. Read from left to right. I completely forgot about the coins. As much as it frustrates me that I missed that detail, that was an amazing puzzle, I will admit, so congratulations on that. Oh my god, so it would have been, scratch out this one, 2714. Oh my god. I completely forgot about the coins. Man. Okay. I made a note of pretty much everything except the coins. Well, we'll try it. Oh my god. Wow. With a loud clunk, the padlock snaps open. The 3 chains that held it together fall to the ground. That's it. You are finally free. My god, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh boy. Oh, I have to choose who it was. I don't think it was the inventor. Oh, I have to make a decision on who it was. Oh, wait, the vial. BN. It was Bella. It was Bella Nocta. Where is she? Although whether she's truly dealt in poisons was hard to say, strange concoctions, poisons and sleeping draughts, certainly, because it was empty. She was the person who turned to if traditional medicine could not help them. People died taking her potions, probably, but was she a murderer? You recall meeting her, eyes cold, her face betrayed with no emotions, but she certainly knew something, so she must be guilty. No, I think it was her. You can't be certain if you're arresting the murderer. Wait, what? Oh, it was someone else. Wait, hold on, who? That was a lot of fun. I'm gonna admit, that was an amazing amount of fun. Literally, it was difficult, nonetheless, but I really did. I honestly did enjoy the entirety of that escape room style game. Love the style of it, the point and click aspect, challenging nonetheless, but really well done. I really did enjoy that. You can definitely check out this game because it will be in the description below on itch.io. Maybe you'll be able to pick someone that definitely did it. I picked wrong 3 times in a row, so what do I know? But thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.